Radiant team ban.
Hey guys, so last time we casted, we had a small issue with people hearing the casters in-game. You guys hear me?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds. Radiant team pick.
Awesome, sounds like they cannot hear me in the game this time. So, this is AD2L Season 9 Entry League. This is one of the many series of games. This time we've got Salt Miners versus We Make Bad Decisions. Banning phase for Saw Drow,
Radiant
and Quap
team
banned out
pick.
for Salt Miners, along with Doom and Silencer banned out for We Make Bad Decisions. First two picks for Salt Miners are Night Stalker and Darkseer. First pick for We Make Bad Decisions is Earthshaker. Night Stalker is pretty good right now. He's seen quite a bit of play, lots of bans. He's pretty strong. And Darkseer, I really like Darkseer, but it's a little bit early to take him. You don't want to pick a Darkseer
10
unless
seconds
you know that
remaining.
they're going to have a melee carry, because now
5 seconds
Bad
remaining.
Decisions can just pick a ranged carry and not care that much about Darkseer.
Reserve time.
Sounds like they cannot hear me in the game this.
Team ban.
Gyrocopter being picked up by Bad Decisions. Like I said, standard ranged carry against the Darkseer. But there is always some pretty nasty potential for
10
Darkseer in
seconds
combos.
remaining.
The wall alone is really nice, but it's mainly the
Dire
vacuum that
team
you
ban.
want. Vacuum plus any AoE ult is almost always devastating. Some favorites of mine are Winter Wyvern or Phoenix. A Disruptor, especially Disruptor. Gyrocopter is obviously really good with Darkseer as well, but they
Radiant
picked him
team
up.
ban.
Actually, Salt Miners will ban out the Disruptor. It's a little odd. I see him working really well for them. Winter Wyvern being banned out by Bad Decisions. It's ironically a good decision. So just saying Darkseer, Winter Wyvern, pretty damn
10
good.
seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And a Spectre being banned out. That's a pretty good ban.
Dire
She's seen a lot of
team
play
ban.
recently. Once they nerfed Undying, Spectre kind of came back a little bit. Although she still suffers pretty heavily in the early game, and if you can shut her down, she doesn't go far. Puck being
Dire
banned out
team
as well.
pick.
We'll move on to the second banning stage. Second picking phase, jeez. Some favorites of mine are Winter Wyvern or Phoenix.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
See, now for Salt Miners is when I'd be wanting to pick up my supports. It's possible for Night Stalker to play support, and that's not bad, but they really need something with a little bit of disable in there. Something with stuns, or slows maybe. Venomancer's pretty popular this patch.
Lion.
Yeah, there's the disables.
Radiant
Lion is not as
team
strong
pick.
as he once was, but I still like him. He's strong in the lane. He's strong, like, in the team fights a little bit. He's just a good overall disabler. And if you play him right, you can really zone out the enemy off lane with mana drain and just his right clicks. So we'll see what they pick into this.
Ten seconds
Dazzle's
remaining.
still on the field, and that's always an excellent support, especially now.
5 seconds remaining.
But they'll grab the Clockwork.
Dire
Pretty
team
good.
pick.
He'll be able to go toe-to-toe to Lion, or against the Lion. The mana drain will be pretty effective against him, but if Lion gets close enough to get a good mana drain off, he'll probably die if Clockwork knows what he's doing. So, pretty good pick. Needs a fairly strong hero right now.
Five seconds remaining.
Anti-Mage being picked up by
Radiant
Salt
team
Miners after that Clockwork pick. That's pretty strong. The Blink Out will be good. He won't be able to... Or the Clockwork won't be able to lock him down for long periods of time. He is a little bit squishy, but he should be able to capitalize pretty well on things like the Darkseer, Vacuum, overall mobility. Oh, I just realized, if they do manage to build a Scepter on the
10
Lion,
seconds remaining.
Darkseer, Vacuum, Lionel is going to be crazy. Actually,
5
surprised. We
seconds
haven't seen
remaining.
Alk banned out or picked yet so far. That's pretty unusual for this stage.
Reserve time.
I can see it now. I'll commit for Salt Miners. It's happening. No, he should get banned out of the next phase here. Still need another support for bad decisions, and
Wind Ranger at your service.
a mid. I think that's their mid there on the Wind
Dire
Ranger.
team ban.
Pretty good. We've seen Arrow play. I believe it. Arrow plays mid. Quite a bit of Wind Ranger mid. To great effect.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
You don't want to burn down your reserve time for a ban, especially when there's only 30 seconds left of it. So they don't burn too much. And they do ban out the Dazzle. That's a good move.
Radiant team ban.
If they end up going for Alk, Dazzle's pretty damn good against him because Alk suffers from low armor. And even more negative armor from the Dazzle, along with things like Grave and Heal Bombs, are a lot for Alchemists to deal with.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
But, you
remaining.
know, they might go a Night Stalker mid. I think they're going to need... Well, let's see. It's definitely going to be a
Dire team
Darkseer
pick.
offlane. Any-Mage carry, Lion support. Night Stalker could be mid, or he could be another support. So they'll actually ban out the Shadow Fiend there. That's not a bad ban either. We'll see. I still think they could easily pull off an Alk mid here, and that would be pretty devastating. Just because all of those heroes, except for Any-Mage, I believe, have an Aghanim Scepter
10
upgrade that
seconds
would make them
remaining.
like really, really good. I honestly don't think Alchemist is that
5
great of a hero
seconds
in and of
remaining.
himself, because he's pretty easy to kill, but obviously his greatest
Reserve time.
aspect is his farming, right? So essentially, if you can dilute the farm, or if you can take all of the farm that you would be putting on all these other heroes, right? Night Stalker wants nags, Darkseer wants nags, Lion wants nags, and you farm it up on the Alchemist instead,
Radiant team pick.
you know, that just basically means that you've got 4 heroes that get a free 4,200 gold. But they'll go with the Invoker instead. Honestly, it's going to be good for capitalizing on the Darkseer vacuum, but it's not that great of a mid right now. Invoker's pretty squishy. He's pretty easy to kill, especially if you've got like long-range initiation, like they do with the Clockwork and the Earthshaker. So I don't
10
see the
seconds
Invoker as being
remaining.
such an amazing pick here.
5
So they're
seconds
probably going to need
remaining.
another support for bad decisions here. They've got a full minute of reserve time left.
Reserve time.
And quite a bit to pull from. A couple of supports have been banned. What they need, I think, is a little bit more sustain. Since I've already got 2 melees, one of them a support, you have to pick a ranged support as well.
Shadow Shaman.
Shadow Shaman, yep. No heals, but that'll give them quite a bit more push. Probably didn't need it with the Wind Ranger, but we'll see. Quite a few more disables on their side as well. More stuns, a little bit of lane control, but not that hard to pick off though. I think the big, this is definitely going to be a team fighty game, I think. So I think the big ones are going to be, can bad decisions initiate on the Darkseer fast enough? And can Darkseer get all of his abilities off before, on all of their heroes before they can kill him, / can they set the combo up? So Salt Miners really needs to take advantage of this combo that they have set up with the Darkseer, Lion, Invoker, Anti-Mage kind of stuff. And Bad Decisions
10
honestly has
seconds
a lot better
remaining.
like long-term team fight. So if the team fight gets dragged out for a little bit, they're going to win
5
because they've got
seconds
stuff
remaining.
like Gyrocopter, like the Wind Ranger, and obviously the Shadow Shaman words. But we'll see. Also, the pickoffs of Nightstalker are probably going to be pretty important. But we'll roll right into the
Prepare
introduction.
for
So
battle.
on the Earthshaker, we've got the captain. For We Make Bad Decisions, we've got the captain Kip on the Earthshaker. Sam on the Clockwork, who has been upgraded to full member of the team.
Dire
Arrow on
structures
that
are
Wind Ranger,
fortified.
mid, definitely with the shared tangos there. Broden on the support Shadow Shaman, it's a hard support, and finally Papa on the Carry Gyro. Very classic. Looks like they're going to be going for a smoke angle to the Dire Jungle here. Let's see if they might catch anybody. On Salt Miners, we have Plas on the support Lion, Draw on the mid Invoker, Ivan Gu on the Anti-Mage, Goldeneye on the offlane Darkseer, and Hog on the, looks like a support offlane Nightstalker. That's a
30
little bit
seconds to
questionable.
battle.
We'll go ahead and take a look at this smoke gank here. It looks pretty well coordinated, and they certainly have the heroes to take advantage of it. 22 seconds. Anti-Mage is in a bad position here, but he has his blink, so we'll see if they can do something with it. They saw them. Anti-Mage will blink away, and they'll be okay. So nothing quite happening there. Each
The
time we'll get a rune.
battle begins.
I'm actually really questioning putting this Nightstalker here. That's Darkseer really wants a solo lane for the experience and the money too. He just kind of needs to sit back and do his thing. The other thing is that he's not actually going to do much in the lane. He's a melee support. Yes, he's tanky, but he's going to be up against a Gyro, or actually no, they're doing offensive tri-lane here. They're going to be up against a solo Clockwork, and they did actually just see that right now. That'll be interesting. So that Darkseer is going to be bad for the Clockwork, and he might go down a couple times, but we'll see. In this lane, however, it's going to be a Lion and an Anti-Mage against Shadow Shaman, Gyrocopter, and an Earthshaker, who's actually already rotated mid to maybe try and grab this Invoker level 1. Very slow, very squishy. Let's see if we can make something happen. Oh, why can't I use Vision? Mid lane, pretty good lane control here. Invoker can't really get close because I think he knows the Earthshaker was there. In addition to that, it's just hard for him to get back if he gets out of position, especially since Wind Ranger is quite a bit faster than him. Earthshaker will rotate top, and they get a stun on, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Here, you kind of have to go for the Lion, unless you get a really good Shackles, followed by a Hex onto the Anti-Mage with the Shadow Shaman. So you kind of need level 2, maybe even level 3 before you can actually kill this Anti-Mage, but you can certainly kill the Lion all you want if he gets out of position. Speaking of that, they'll be kind of going on him. Oh, no fidget there. Looks like like Darkseer's actually taking a residence in the Radiant jungle here while Night Stalker reserves the lane. It's a pretty good tactic. It'll maximize their XP. So far, Gyro definitely at the top of the CS here, with Arrow not far behind. Anti-Mage sitting at Anti-Mage and Invoker both sitting at 1, so they're... Radiant definitely has a CS victory so far. Lion a little bit out of position there. He could definitely die if they get a good fissure off here. They do fissure. Shadow Shaman comes in from the left. He'll salve, but it's too late. Shackles come in, and a rocket goes down. Questionable pickup. And the Shadow Shaman will actually ended up going down to the Lion and Anti-Mage there. Yeah, that was a questionable skill pickup there. Flat Cannon probably would have done a lot more work. Just hit the creeps to kill the Lion. And maybe a little bit earlier fissure would have resulted in a better kill, but that's a kill for the Radiant First Blood. Especially on that tri-lane, that's the one lane you really need to win. The rocket going down. And Lion will definitely fall there. Yep, goes away the gyrocopter. Mid lane looks like there'll be an invis rune grabbed. Nothing's gonna happen from that though. In the bottom lane, the Clockwork has actually managed to not only survive but out CS his other 2 lane opponents. Right, the Darkseer is getting free jungle experience here, so he hasn't had a whole lot of... Oh, mid lane. Shackle grabbed with the Invoker, but it's only level 1. And Lion hooks at bottom. So Anti-Mage is really alone right now. And he's only got enough mana for 1 more blink. Yep, they do have level 3 in the Shadow Shaman now, so with the right combo of stuns, they should be able to keep him stun locked. Yeah, grabbing the missile on the Gyro early is just not a good move. He doesn't have the mana pool, doesn't do enough damage, and it's easy enough to kill. Point of Black Cannon's definitely way more worth it. Good for farming too. Looks like we might see something mid here though. Lion grabs the haste, and the Ion Shell and runs mid. Missed Tornado, but he'll pop the Invis rune, so he's gonna be fine. Got TP's rotations mid out of the Earthshaker. They could grab a kill here if they know what they're doing. Especially on that squishy Invoker. Here comes, stun on the Invoker. Shackle hits the very first creep. And they'll end up grabbing that kill with a level 3 power shot. That's pretty good. Counter games there. Rotations. Meanwhile, it is the first nighttime, so hopefully we're going to see something come out of this Night Stalker now. He's been mainly sitting in his lane. And Anti-Mage has rotated bottom. Lots of pressure from that aggressive tri-lane. He's only got 6 CS. Mid lane, another missed Tornado, only level 2 Wex. Those tornadoes are hard to hit. It actually seemed like they just spotted this Earthshaker here rotating bottom. And Anti-Mage actually doesn't have any more mana for Blink now. Let's see if maybe they can pull something off. So far, it's about even. Let's take a look at the gold. Actually, Bad Decision's up by about 1,500 gold. We got 1 more kill, but mainly they're winning in CS here, with the highest CS on that Darkseer. Top lane though, Lion will be gone on, or not Lion. Shadow Shaman gone on by the Night Stalker, but nothing will end up happening. A rotation from Clockwork cancels that out. Shadow Shaman TP's bottom. They're just rotating the tri-lanes out. Ooh, that's called hexing a creep. You have the Lion down here as well though. Level 3, he grabbed his mana drain instead of the hex here. So they're fighting with 1 disable down. Let's see if they can grab something. Still no boots for the Lion either, so if they'd seen that, that could have been potentially pretty deadly for him. Mid lane, looks like Wind Raider's got the phase boots coming, that's pretty good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Actually, Invoker has it, he just doesn't have them on him yet.
You can't have it!
Lion's actually rotated mid here, and Anti-Mage as well. Not sure what they're doing with this. He really needs to catch up on that CS. CS, he's gonna try and take mid CS, but Invoker needs it too. Invoker's a hard farming mid. Or actually it looks like Enemy is just gonna walk top. Maybe jungle. Oh, that's not good. Ion Shell's gonna do a lot of work on that Earthshaker. He has tangos. And he'll just manage to TP away. Wow. Top lane, Clockwork does get gone on by that Night Stalker and the Animate. I guess that's what he was rotating for. And they do grab the kill.
Radiant's top
It's
tower
important
is
for the
under
Night Stalker to
attack.
grab kills there on his first night, but it is a little late. First night is almost over, and you want at least 2, I think, to make the hero really worth it. Yeah. Perhaps that'll grab some space for Animate to be able to farm a little bit. One thing here is that the Dire certainly has a lot better vision. I only see, I think, 1 Radiant Ward on the map right now.
Denied.
Looks like Darkseer is going to get shackled up. Really good hook shot there, and that's an easy kill for them. Clockwork will grab it.
Radiant's
A little bit out
middle
of position.
tower is
Arrow
under
actually
attack.
jumping in from mid. Courier a little bit out of position there. Night Stalker will go for it instead of the... The distraction is real. Really good kill. The rest of the hero will come in from behind. Gyrocopter doing some work. And the Wind Ranger with that Wind Run not quite going down. That'll actually be a 2 for none there. Pretty good rotation coming out from the rest of the team there. I don't think they expected the stuns to come in so quickly. Wind Ranger could be a pretty hard hero to tackle if you don't kill her quickly. Looks like they've rotated the Shadow Shaman top here. Probably going to see some, probably going to go on to this Anti-Mage. They've got enough stuns on
Dire's
everybody.
middle tower is under attack.
Actually, they spot the line. The line
Radiant's
spots
bottom
them.
tower is
The
under
ward goes
attack.
up there. Stun. It misses the lion though. Shackle's just barely grabbing, but he's in range of the tower. He'll have to back off. TP's coming in from the Night
Radiant's middle
Stalker.
tower is under attack.
They've got 4 top right now. Actually, you're gonna smoke up. We go behind like this, but they'll run into this Night Stalker here. Yep, they've just popped because the lion actually. Shackle just barely catching this tree right here. That's definitely a dead Night Stalker. Stunned up. And oh, maybe not quite. And the Shackles will actually end up getting the kill at the end there. That's pretty good.
Denied.
Dedication to the smoke there didn't give them a whole lot, but I guess it got them just enough in position. Shackle not quite hitting a tree, but look at that right click damage. Lion will go down. A very nice power shot there. Anti-Mage getting caught in the trees. No TP. He does have a salve though, and we've got some TP response coming in. Here comes the Invoker, who does get shackled up to that catapult there. Anti-Mage will blink back in. EMP used. Tornado hits. EMP hits as well.
Radiant's bottom tower
Shaker
is
doesn't
under
quite have
attack.
enough mana for his fissure there, but Anti-Mage ult is not enough to finish off the Wind Ranger, so they'll have to back off now. Yeah, Shadow Shaman's still level 5 here. Actually just grabbed his level 6. That's going to be pretty important for the next couple team fights. Actually, look at this. Darkseer has not put a single point into Vacuum, so it's important for early game to not grab Vacuum, but when your entire team lineup relies on the Vacuum, it's kind of necessary to grab it, even if it's just a single point earlier on. Granted, he is only
Radiant's
level
top
6.
tower is under attack.
Lion also only level 4, suffered pretty hard. Invoker did manage to find a little bit of farm mid, so he's caught up by quite a bit. Saw a much better EMP tornado than last time. Okay, mid. Night Stalker will get gone on, but he'll be fine with the Darkseer rotation. Top here, we've seen Gyrocopter get it gone on, but Fissure will go down, as will the Gyro ult. He'll probably end up falling if they get a little bit more right-click damage on him, but the Salve will heal him up. Lion also dangerously low. Hookshot from the Clockwork coming in, landing on the Invoker. That'll be a kill for sure. Good rotations coming out from bad decisions once again. That's going to be pretty important, and I don't think that any mage can stay here. Definitely not the Lion. The Lion will have to go back. Oh, yeah, any mage TP's back. Second nighttime now. Let's see if we can make use of that again on the Night Stalker.
Dyer's
Looks like
top
top
tower
lane's
is
gonna
under
get sieged
attack.
pretty hard by the Radiant here. Yep, snakes go down, and they say, we want a T1. It does buy them a little bit of space to farm
Dire
damage bottom though.
structures are fortified.
Let's see if,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
no, he'll probably be
Dyer's
fine
top
here.
tower is under
See what level
attack.
that rocket is.
Dyer's top
Level 3
tower
rocket. He's
has
actually
fallen.
maxed to the rocket. That's questionable at best. But let's see if it pays off. Actually, looks like we've got the first pieces to an Orchid on this Windranger here. Orchid absolutely destroys. Oh wow! A very lucky Clockwork blast there. Manages to grab the
Dyer's middle
extremely
tower
low
is under
Lion.
attack.
And they're going to siege mid now as well. Dire has a Fortify available.
Dyer's structures are
And
fortified.
they'll go ahead and use that right now. Snakes are not ready, not for another 60 seconds, and they did use the Windranger ult there.
Dyer's middle tower is under
Not
attack.
quite up yet though. Yeah, so they're going for Orchid on the Windranger, which is really good against the
Dyer's
Invoker.
middle tower has fallen.
Really good against heroes like Lion and Darkseer, obviously. It mainly shuts their combo down, which is why I think they're going to go for it. Not to mention quite a bit more damage on the field. Oh, any mage also as well. You stop the blinks, you can get him in position to kill him. Is stacking the agents? No. I don't think I've seen almost any stacks here from either team, except for the Darkseer hitting the Radiant jungle. We move into early mid game here.
Radiant's middle
We make bad
tower is
decisions,
under
sitting
attack.
solid. 5,000 gold a lead. 4k experience lead as well. But that can actually be pretty deadly. Actually, Smoke Gang comes out on the enemy mage here. He'll get shackled up. Long-term stun. Oh, but he'll manage to blink away. The shackle's not quite landing from the Shadow Shaman in time. That's too bad. They dedicated quite a lot for that kill and they didn't quite get it. Actually, now that they've used up a lot of their stuff, the Dire seems like they want to fight. They'll shackle up on the enemy mage, but the Lion Stun will come in and cancel that out. Shadow Shaman might actually go down here before he gets his wards off. He gets the enemy mage ulted. Quite a bit happening here. Echo Slam hitting. Snakes going down. Earthshaker will fall. And it actually looks like they'll separate. 1 for 1. Support for an off lane. All the ults used though on a lot of those heroes. Enemy mage ult.
Dyer's top tower is under
Shadow
attack.
Shaman ult. The Clockwork ult. Actually, it looks like Gyrocopter wants to go on this Night Stalker here. It is nighttime, but he has quite a bit of an advantage. He might go down. The rocket is slightly faster. Oh, and it'll just grab him.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Lion, get healed. All of this is actually managing to buy Animage a little bit more time to farm. He's almost caught up to the Clockwork, which is pretty good. But still, so far, all 3 cores of the Radiant are up above, especially with the Windranger, good 1,500 gold above the highest core of the Dire. A lot of that money is in towers, though. We've got
Dyer's middle
2
tower is under
T1s down
attack.
for the Dire, which means that's a good, 2,000 gold that the Dire has yet to claim for on the Radiant side when they get those towers down. Daytime now, actually, for the Night Stalker, just as he's about to try and gank somebody. He'll actually get spotted by the Earthshaker. He does pop the ult. Stuns go down. Shackles go down. Oh, not quite. Looks like he just wants to run away right now. But the Fissure does block him in. The rest of the Radiant team has arrived here, and they look like they want to siege this T1. They don't have snakes for another 5 seconds. That'll be up for the next fight. Give it to the Wind Ranger ult. They do have a glyph once again. Earthshaker getting gone on pretty hard here. Silence hits him. He'll go down. Gyrocopter ult being used. Lion finally grabbing a 6, hits the Wind Ranger there. Overall 1 for 0. We'll see if the fight continues to go on. Anti-Mage goes in. Still no wards used. Nor hook shot. Anti-Mage going on pretty hard on the clockwork. Anti-Mage gets shackled up. Wind Ranger falling really low though. Hero's down pretty low on both sides. Hookshot grabs the Invoker and he'll go down actually. Daytime has come. That Night Stalker ult is faded and it looks like the Dire is going to try and TP out. So low on so many heroes. Still no wards used and they'll be able to siege with that. So overall, looks like we had 2 for 1. But the Wind Ranger did eventually fall on the backsides there. And just for a 2 for 1, that's a 10,000 gold change for the Dire there. It's the danger of being up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Let's talk about items here. So it looks like the up on that Gyro has managed to grab a Helm of Dom, and it looks like he's going for Yasha next probably. Clockwork did manage to grab Blade Mail there. Sticker no doubt saving up for Blink. Still only level 7 though. Shadow Shaman also probably going for a Blink. Those are pretty important items for those heroes. The initiation on. Clockwork trucks get gone on here. No Blade Mail being popped. There it is. Ward's doing quite a bit of damage to that Night Stalker. He'll get down to 120 HP. I don't think the rocket will make it in time. And they're gonna take this T2. Maybe that's what. Ow, wow, the rocket actually did manage to grab this Night Stalker here after the surge faded. But Anti-Mage will grab top tower. They see it though, and LTP. Get a glyph to deny. Nope. Very sad.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Denies. Yeah, Blink Dagger just now being grabbed up by that Shadow Shaman. That's going to be a pretty big item for him. Blink Shackles on heroes like the Anti-Mage Invoker. Pretty big. Take a look at the Dire side. Looks like Invoker's going for Force Staff and he's almost there. Anti-Mage of course going for Battle Fury. Not quite there. He needs a little bit more gold. He'll be late by any means, but better than never. Night Stalker going for Mech actually. Usually that's relegated to the Dark Seer, but it looks like he's going for a Pipe instead. Meanwhile, mid, Night Stalker ult being popped. Wind Ranger will get caught inside the EMP, and he'll probably go down here. He will indeed. Gyrocopter ult being used as a escape mechanism. A little bit too aggressive there with the push, especially without your Shadow Shaman. So now the Dire will end up turning that into a T1 push. Earthshaker has, however, just grabbed his ult, grabbed his Blink Dagger. Honestly, it's pretty good. The timing was good. Sub 20-minute Blink Dagger is nice, but without the Arcane Boots, he has less than 400 mana, which really restricts what he can do. Right? I think he can just barely get a Fissure and Echo Slam in there, and that's almost not enough. You have to be at max mana to fight, which is not ideal. I mentioned before how the Darkseer hadn't grabbed the Vacuum. He has put 2 points in it now, which is pretty good. Radius is pretty large, but not as big as you'd want it to be. Seeing, oh, unfortunately, double wards. Oh wait, this ward has another 30 seconds, so they're just rewarding. That's fun. Looks like they do want to continue to push this T2 mid here on the Radiant. We'll see if the Dire can hold. All of their ults are up except for the Night Stalker ult, but it is nighttime already. They've got 1 more minute of that. Wait, no, they've got plenty of nighttime left. Never mind. Wind Ranger ult being used on the tower. No glyph is available. EMP will fall. No tornado though, and they're mostly out of it. Vacuum will grab both the Wind Ranger and the Dire into it, but a really good shackle will see the Darkseer and the Invoker shackle together. Echo Slam blinked in there, grabbed 2 kills. Also the hook shot on the Invoker there. Night Stalker caught a little bit out of position, and he'll get shackled up. He'll also go down. Really good team fight there for the Radiant. Only Earthshaker falling. They'll grab a 3 for 1.
Middle tower has fallen.
1k gold change and a T2 tower for the Radiant team there.
Fortified.
And with the way the lanes are pushed out, they might actually be able to grab a second T2 off of this. Although Anti-Mage once again split pushing that T1.
Dyer's
He
top
has managed to
tower
grab his
is
Battle
under
Fury,
attack.
which is pretty important.
Radiant's
He'll be able to
bottom
farm a lot
tower is
faster
under
now.
attack.
Still level 1 wards being dropped for the tower, but they're definitely going to get that without a Fortify. That's just so much
Radiant's
money.
bottom tower has fallen.
Anti-Mage did manage to grab this T1 bottom here. It's going to be a very nice injection of money to the Dire team, who really badly needed it. Mech has been finished up by the Night Stalker there. That's a pretty important item, especially since they've been losing those team fights. And Invoker did finish off his Force Staff. Lion still with the same items he had before. It sucks to be a support on a losing team. The 5 slot support. That's where the money ends up coming from. Meanwhile, the Gyrocopter has managed to finish up a Sanj and Yasha. That's pretty good. And the Clockwork, of course, moves towards Axe. Earthshaker probably going to be grabbing Arcane Boots when he hits the side shop here. But the Radiant team wants to move into the Roche Pit. With that Shadow Shaman, they've got a lot of disables that they can use on the Roche Pit here. And the Shackle's being used, and a DD for the Wind Ranger, who has also finished off her Orchid. I don't think the Dire knows at all. And if they did know, I don't think that they could stop it. The Shaman actually did go down to Roshan, so they know now. But I think it's too late.
Roshan has fallen.
They'll go ahead
to
and grab that
Radiant.
Aegis there. Bottle up and get ready to fight. That's very sad for the Shaman there. And indeed, the Earthshaker has gone ahead and grabbed those Arcane Boots. So now he's got a lot more mana. Almost doubled his mana pool. Anti-Mage will also be going for Yasha now, probably ultimately a Manta. This is definitely going to be a split push build. Anti-Mage, as we've seen, he's not there for some of the fights. When he is there, he almost always gets out and continues to push the lane. It's good. I'm actually surprised he hasn't gone Boosted Travel or something. It's going to save a lot of money by going that, and also just a lot faster. So actually now the raiding team has managed to grab all of the outer towers. So the real test of fate comes to see if they can take those high ground towers. That's the real tough stuff. Especially against quite a defensive team. Things like Wall, things like Ice Path for Invoker, Tornado. All of those spells being really good at defending high ground. We'll see if they can actually manage to take a successful high ground push. Net worth here. Anti-Mage is actually caught up to the Wind Ranger and is getting closer to the Gyrocopter now. So he's done pretty well for himself, finding farm when there is none to be had. But looks like Radiant wants to take this top T3 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And
under
Anti-Mage will
attack.
go ahead. Oh no, it's Anti-Mage. Night Stalker will be back. Wards and the Wind Ranger are being used, but there's a Fortify available. Arrow taking a lot of damage.
Radiant's bottom
Be able to
tower
Wind Run
is
though
under
before he gets
attack.
stunned up. Arrow will land, do a little bit of damage. Looks like they just want to take the tower though.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And with that, Wind Ranger does have the Aegis here. EMP being used. Wind Ranger Echo Slam on 3. Pretty damn good. Clockwork hook shot, and they'll grab 3 here. Lion also being grabbed pretty hard out of position. And they're going to take a barracks now. That Aegis being used to very good effect.
Dyer's top barracks are under attack.
Yeah, none of the wards going down
Dyer's
yet.
top barracks have fallen. Dyer's top barracks
And that's a
have
full set of
fallen.
barracks. 2 buybacks so far, both the
Radiant's
Invoker
bottom
and the
tower
Night
is
Stalker
under attack.
taking hits. Anti-Mage actually decided not to join the fight, just took a T2 instead.
Radiant's
It's not
middle
bad,
tower
but it is
under
questionable.
attack.
So you did trade a Rax for a T2, and that's certainly not what you want to be doing. Looks like Clockwork has actually managed to finish up his Ags here. That's really important if you can get multiple hook shots off in a fight. Or even just a hook shot off for a chance at getting a kill as opposed to needing a guaranteed kill to use it. The Darkseer is actually really close to his pipe now. It's going to be important for
Radiant's
stopping
middle
things like the
tower has been
Earthshaker
denied.
damage, but it's not going to do any work to prevent all of the physical that the Radiant is packing, and the Wind Ranger, and the Shaman, and the Gyro. Speaking of Gyro, looks like he's about to finish up a BKB here. It's going to be really important up against heroes like the Invoker and the Lion,
Every
where
coin helps.
BKB absolutely shuts them down. One thing I have noticed is that the Dire certainly have been focusing on vision a lot. They've got really good vision in a lot of places, lots of D-wards. They certainly have very defensive vision of their jungle, so it's been helping Animate get a little bit of farm in the jungle now. He does have about 2k gold saved up. And the pipe actually is finished with upgrades here. Yeah, the last fight, the issue there was that the Dire team actually grouped up. They grouped up to kill the Wind Ranger who had the Aegis, and then the Earthshaker, Clockwork, Shadow Shaman just kind of went to work on him. Whereas they kind of want the opposite. They want the Dire team to be really nice and grouped up so that Vacuum can take effect.
Boom, there it goes.
Now as we see this prolonged siege here, top lane is going to slowly push out in favor of the Radiant, especially as this catapult wave hits. And it looks like mid lane will also push out in favor of the Radiant. That's just unfortunate for the Dire there. But once again, like I said, Dire does have quite a few really good defensive spells. And if they can use them to good effect, they can hold off a siege for a long, long time. But they have lost the barracks here, and this wave of creeps will inevitably push up against the T4s. Roche spawning in about 4 minutes as well. Tornado comes out, EMP used as well, Warta drops, and Shaman will be caught in the EMP. It's actually not that great of a move. Actually, Nightstalker being caught out by Shackle there, Mechanism will keep him alive, but the wards will just barely grab the kill. He did manage to kill a couple of the snakes there, which is going to be pretty important for stopping the siege. Animate a little bit out of position. Vacuum wall coming down. Earthshaker Echo Slam along with the Clockwork Hook comes in, finishes off that Animage. And it's just going to be mop up from here. A few of the snakes still online. Invoker at 100 HP. Once again, that secondary hook shot online. Making a huge difference there. The Wind Ranger did manage to go down to the Lion ult there, I believe. Yeah, but that'll be a 4 for 2, 1k gold swing there. And definitely another T3, and it's not another set of barracks.
Dire's bottom tower.
The good thing about being down, of course, is that your spawn times are pretty low. But like we said before, mid lane also pushed out in favor of the Radiant, and they're taking damage on that T3 as well. Nightstalker is up, and it is nighttime. Clockwork needs to be pretty careful. He can get bursted down pretty fast. Exactly, the Nightstalker will go on. He'll get stunned up. A lot of damage coming in from that gyrocopter there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Vacuum used to pull the gyrocopter back. He'll get stunned up. Gyrocopter going down a little bit too late there, and he'll probably get caught out as well. They can get the kill on Animage here. That's going to be huge. BKB is ready in 2 seconds. He might be able to TP away, but he's got no mana for TP either. Oh, the long chase. Nightstalker will actually end up grabbing the kill. That's 1,500 gold. Wow.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Small victories. Small victories. No. Right now, the Radiant actually is about 20k gold up ahead. Of course, with only one set of barracks left for the Dire. Looks like the Dire is actually being pretty aggressive now after that kill on the Gyrocopter, but if they've got a smoke, they could potentially kill the Nightstalker, or actually the Invoker now as well, who is Ghost Walked. I don't think that the Radiant has any protection to use for that, though. Hook shot just barely missing. The Wind Ranger being gone in a little bit. Invoker on Ghost Walking. ET will miss though. Work it up on the Animage. He'll take a lot of damage. Shackles will hit, but just for about 2 seconds. Animage still just barely surviving. He'll get to blink out on the back end. He'll go down. Invoker taking quite a bit of damage. Hook shot landing on him. No Shackle, unfortunately. But he'll probably end up going down anyways. Trade a Shaman for your Invoker. That's a pretty good trade, but the rating is up, and they really needed that Shaman for pushing the T3 if they wanted it. see what the Night Stalker managed to grab with that. Actually, looks like the Night Stalker grabbed Guardian Greaves with the money that he got from the gyrocopter kill. That's okay, but it's not what Night Stalker needs. Night Stalker needs items like Urn, or he needed Urn, AC, maybe even a Vanguard. He needs to get tanky, and he needs to get damage. Dasher, also really important items for him, but to be fair, he is playing the 4 slot support. But, I don't know. It just seems to me like the Darkseer so easily builds items like Mech Guardian Greaves that you really want to use your Night Stalker as a form of mid-game DPS that they just did not access. Actually going to see a smoke gank here on the Dire side. The Radiant is right outside their doors. I'll go ahead and pop the Night Stalker ult and coming from the side over here. Will be popped, but I don't think they can see it in though. Wall catching 3, Lion dropping immediately. Echo Slam on 1 and Hookshot on the Darkseer. Shaman of course being dropped on the backside. Darkseer will buy back, but the wards did get dropped on the tower, which has already fallen.
Middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And now you're in the awkward position where the Dire is stuck outside of their base.
Radiant's top tower.
Darkseer being gone on by the arrow right there. Actually, the kept managing to be popped down by that Night Stalker there, who is very strong in nighttime.
Tower is under attack.
But of course, Mega Creep's grabbed for the Radiant there. BKB's popped. And they're going to go ahead and retreat out. Anti-Mage actually managing to split push top really successfully. Grabs a T3. He's taking quite a bit of damage. Missed hook shot after the blink. He'll be okay. He has actually managed to find his Manta now. But it's too little. Now the first wave of Mega Creeps just marching now past the river. And this is definitely game over for game 1. Series is a best of 3. So we'll see if Salt Miner can pull off a win for game 2, and if we'll have a 3-game series, or if we make bad decisions, we'll solidify their win with a second game. And now it's just kind of a matter of time. Yeah, look at that. Roshan being grabbed by the Radiant here, and they ping it out. They know what's happening, and they're going to the Roche Pit, but I don't think they can afford to go to the Roche Pit. Yeah, every second that they spend outside that base is another second that they get closer to losing their Ancient. So, the Radiant will actually move out. But that bought a lot of time for the Radiant's Mega Creeps to get even closer here. Limax actually managed to grab a Twinkle Piece there. And it's like Invoker's going for Maelstrom, I guess, to fight the Mega Creeps. They think they can legitimately hold. I would be surprised if they could. I would be very surprised if they could actually manage to hold this. Animator the Battle Fury Manta, of course, he's going to be able to do quite a bit of work. Vlad's also for the lifesteal being good, but they just don't have enough wave clearing heroes that are tanky enough to deal with it. A sustain. And of course, Roshan also being grabbed. They are one push away from taking that base. Really good Shackle managing to land the Lion. He'll go down, also orcs it up. EMP being dropped by Invoker. Nobody hit though. Darkseer almost dying to those Megas. And they're getting closer and closer. Blink Shaman hexes up the Anti-Mage. No Shackle though. Snake's being dropped on the Invoker, who's getting really low. He'll be Guardian Greaved up. And now it's just a matter of pushing. Really good back wall, but nothing to capitalize on it. The T4 is whittled away. Night Stalker gets a little bit out of position there. Shackled up. He'll go down. Another EMP being dropped. That BKB runs him over. And GG is called. Game 1 is a victory for We Make Bad Decisions.
Radiant victory.
And an onslaught of pushing and death. Alright, like I said, 3-game series, so our best of 3 series. We will be right back with the next draft. And it actually looks like Yen will be joining me for co-cast in Game 2.
Dire Team Ban.
Alright guys, welcome to Game 2 of AD2L, Season 9 Entry League. We make bad decisions versus Salt Miners.
Radiant Team Ban.
Once again, we see Doom first ban. And I doubt we're going to see an Alchemist ban. Would have been amazing. Drow and Silencer both being banned, and Queen of Pain. Same first ban phase from last
Dire
time.
team pick.
And the same first pick, Earthshaker. He's a pretty good support.
Radiant
He certainly
team
provides lots
pick.
of stuns, quite a bit of damage, and they were able to use him to pretty good effect last game. Grouped up enemies and lots of damage. Yeah, and if you're talking, I can't hear you.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I don't know, Drow just does not seem like first ban material to me. She could be nasty in the right lineup as a last pick, or maybe even as like a fourth pick if you know what you're doing, but not a first pick. Somebody picks Drow first, you just immediately pick Clockwork and say, you lose.
Disruptor!
Disruptor for Salt Miners. I actually really like that
team
hero.
pick.
He provides a lot of team
Are you
fight.
able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, Yen. But I like Disruptor.
cool.
Disruptor provides a lot of
Both
team
heroes
fight.
are really good so far.
Glimpse is OP. Kinetic Field is good.
Oh man, it's gonna be one of those games. They can counter.
10
They can
seconds
counter.
remaining.
It's about 3k, I would say. 3k,
Dire
maybe like
team
3,
pick.
3.5k is this level. But second pick for Salt Miners is Gyrocopter. Saw that last game for bad decisions. And this time, Darkseer being picked up for
Dire
bad
team
decisions.
ban.
It's a little bit questionable after a ranged carry picked up, but I guess Earthshaker, Darkseer, Vac is pretty good.
I would say Darkseer is a bit early to be picked up, especially for second pick.
Radiant
Yeah.
team ban.
Oh man,
Faceless Void being
we'll
banned
see
out.
how this game goes. Wow, that is a very bad decision.
10
But
seconds
okay.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We make bad decisions,
They got 5
won the
seconds
first
to
game.
pick.
Dire team ban.
Well, that's interesting.
They played an Earthshaker,
Radiant
Earthshaker,
team ban.
Gyrocopter, then they picked a Windranger, then Clockwork.
Radiant
Shadow
team
Shaman.
pick.
They basically just pushed them to death. And they won the team fights. They played up against a Darkseer, Night Stalker, Invoker, Lion, and there's one more, damn it.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh,
5
and an Anti-Mage.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, the Dire went pretty greedy. They had some pretty
Reserve
good team
time.
fight, but they just weren't able to capitalize on it. And they got pushed to death. Void and Wyvern being banned out for bad decisions, and
Dire
Puck and
team
Windranger
pick.
being banned out for Salt Miners. Shadow Shaman actually being picked up for Salt Miners as well. Like, it's like they're copying. They're just copying the draft, but so far they've got lots of team fight, lots of disables. And they make things have a pretty nasty tri-lane.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Also, do you want to point out that the second pick in Darkseer against Disruptor
Radiant team pick.
gonna be very bad.
Yeah.
But we'll see how this pans out. Lots of things can happen.
I don't think they picked the Darkseer for the laning. I think they picked him for the team fight, especially with things like Lich being picked up. I think they're going Wombo combo with the Darkseer. That's why they did it. It's not ideal. I think I'd rather have a Magnus than a Darkseer, especially up against a Gyro. But it could
10
work.
seconds remaining.
Lich, of course, being picked up by bad decisions. I know Yin
5
likes
seconds
Lich.
remaining.
Or was it Target that loves Lich? Target
Pretty sure
definitely
it was
loves
Target.
Lich. Target loves Lich.
It's like Arrogate sees his blocking bar at 20 minutes. It's gonna be over. Be game changing.
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend.
Shadow Fiend for the Dire?
Dire
Wait,
team
the Radiant
pick.
this time. Shadow Fiend for the Radiant. Lots of physical there. But the problem with that, of course,
The
is
Radiant
that
man.
is Shadow Fiend better on Radiant or Dire, in your opinion?
It's a lot faster.
10
Farming
seconds
Radiant. Much
Yeah.
faster.
Because you have the camp there.
5 seconds remaining.
Lena
Can
actually
stop
grabbed mid,
both camps.
Yeah,
Radiant
that's
team
true.
ban.
so it looks like we'll have a pretty rich Shadow Fiend. Although that one game you went Radiant Shadow Fiend, you got the shit kicked out of you. To be fair, that was up against like 6k still.
10
Lena picked up
seconds
for me to make
remaining.
bad decisions. That's probably mid. I don't see them going carry Lena, so
5 seconds remaining.
pretty classic
Dire
lineup.
team.
On the Dire
Favor
side,
Lena.
all they have is team fight, magical combos.
Yeah.
Once it turns into the right click,
Well,
they might lose.
The Lena also,
The
like,
Radiant side is
if
so
she
much
gets some
right
pretty
clicks.
early ags though, I think they realize that BKB destroys those last 3 kills.
10 seconds remaining.
Lena with ags kind of circumvents that. That's okay, we'll just
5
burst you down.
seconds remaining.
Lena also typically does pretty well up against Shadow Fiend in
Radiant
the
team
lane.
pick.
You can skirmish him out with this Q. This is also 3.5k, remember, so it's not like super high level. Last 2 bans, Beastmaster and Ember Spirit going out.
Gonna depend on how fast Disruptor replaces his ult. Or oh, that's a good
Dire
pickup.
team
Yeah,
pick.
Clockwork.
Fuck.
Disrupted those team fights quite a bit.
Clockwork. They needed a Blade Mail on their team, and Clockwork was perfect.
Oh yeah. And now last pick will be carry for bad decisions. They've got a full minute 40 left. I don't know. What do you think what their options are?
Other options,
10 seconds
they're
remaining.
definitely need like a semi-right clicker.
5
Alk
seconds
is still on the
remaining.
field. That's definitely still a possibility. So is PA
Reserve time.
or Juggernaut even. Juggernaut is pretty good against Disruptor because he can Q out of the kinetic field and glimpse pretty early on.
We'll see. Let's see this magical last pick.
Spectre's also available as well, although they're packing some pretty early game heat if they go offensive tri-lane on the Radiant. Slark, what do you think?
If they provide the space for Slark to farm for at least 10 minutes, and then the other 10 minutes mid-game will determine the mid-game fights, the level 6 fights.
Yeah, I think the
And if that
bad
goes well
decisions
for
team,
them,
yeah, then they win the game because they certainly have the early mid-game team. If they can put a lot of pressure on early and get a lot of farm, win the early team fights with their combos, then I think they're gonna win. But the later the game gets dragged out, the more likely it is for the Radiant to win there. Alright, so I'll go ahead and introduce the Radiant, starting off with Plas on the 5-slot Disruptor. Next is going to be Draw on the mid-Shadow Fiend. Next is Ivan Yu on the Gyrocopter carry. GoldenEye on Clockwork Offlane, and finally Hog on the Shadow Shaman 4-slot. Go ahead and introduce the Radiant. Or the Dire.
Right on the Dire side, we have Kippo and Earthshaker. We got Sambo Drexier, Ariel, Lena, Rodin on Lich, and Papa on Slark. It looks like we have a pause here. Take your time. I don't think we have that much time. But
Yeah, it actually looks like they're gonna try and do Smoke Ink here. I see a Smoke on Lich. And they tried it last time as well. Yeah, last game it got it dragged out into Mega Creeps. And they didn't GG until the Ancient was like already dead, basically. It's like, come on guys, game's over.
interesting. Alright, we have clock going off, lane going top, placing the ward. And on the Dire side, there's 5 of them creeping up, going into the jungle. And they're smoked. If this fight turns out, clock is gonna be missing, and it's gonna be 4 versus 5.
Nope, 3 versus 5.
And the
Looks
Dire
like
side
the
do
Shadow
have-
Fiend was to stay for the blocks. If they catch the Disruptor of the Shadow Fiend here, that's
30
easy kill.
seconds to battle.
They definitely saw them though. They're starting to freak out. Or goes down.
I mean, the
Gyrocopter
Dire
is on
side really
position.
need this advantage.
Ooh, but they miss him.
Guess they'll just go secure the ruin.
The battle begins. Money to burn.
Shadow
Looks like
Fiend
there's no
watching.
action.
Yeah. No rune action.
Clock got the top ruin. Lena got the bottom ruin.
Oh, looks like Shadow Shaman will actually manage to find this D-ward here. That's going to be pretty important.
50 gold straight into Shadow Shaman's pocket.
It looks like they're going to be running a
And
sort of
looks like
dual
we
mid to zone out Lena so that Shadow Fiend can grab some CS early on. But the Disruptor grabbed his Q level 1, which is actually pretty weak. Doesn't do very much damage and it costs a lot of mana.
His
In response, they're
level
gonna
1
rotate.
Q, Disruptor has one of the highest DPS beginning for level 1. His Q, it's one of the highest.
Still not worth it. At 130 mana, you can only cast it twice.
He has 2 clarities.
Oh well, I just think it's not
You've
like...
been burned.
It's not going to kill the enemy. It's good for skirmish, but it's not going to kill like something like a Kinetic Field will or a Glimpse.
Even if he got the glimpse or kinetic, I don't think he'll do as much as his Q. But Disruptor should be going up here, maneuvering and popping for Q a lot. But I don't know why he's all the way back here. Over there at bottom, Darkseer is having a nice farm, just like a regular Darkseer. Shadow Shaman pulled.
Clockwork is actually doing
On the
pretty well
top lane,
against
we
this
have
tri-lane
Lich.
here.
A gift from the Tempest of
I'm surprised. They do grab the Q on him, and they do have the Fissure ready. It'll go down, but it's not going to be good enough, I think. No, he's going to be fine. Taking a look at the CS now, Lena actually is beating the Shadow Fiend 10 to 7,
Illusion.
which is pretty surprising.
And the shop is going on. Darkseer. And Darkseer has no idea where he's going. And he's heading back.
Mid lane, looks like Lena's actually going to grab this first blood on the Shadow Fiend there with a really good stun.
First blood.
And that
the
is
illusion
huge
rune.
on the dire side.
Scorcher.
Like the Dire side need
Radiant's
as
middle
much
tower is under
advantage
attack.
as they can get. Every kill counts.
Actually surprised, Clockwork is sitting at the, well, now 4th highest position for EXP per minute. Actually, bottom lane,
Radiant's
they're gonna manage to grab a
bottom
kill on
tower
that Dark
is
Seer
under
with a
attack.
Shackle and Rocket Barrage. Really good classic combo. Last game when the Gyrocopter was used by the other team, bad decisions, they actually maxed homing missile first. And they certainly paid for it. Top lane looks like Clockwork might get gone on here. He's a little bit out of position. Down goes the cogs, maybe a little bit early.
Wow, Clock almost had that Earthshaker.
Yeah, it was close. Tanky. Disruptor actually managed to come top as well, which has a salve, so he'll probably be okay. But the same might not be said for the Earthshaker here.
Earthshaker faster.
He'll actually salve up as well. But we're getting pretty low after the magic burst. When that Earthshaker reaches level 3, Treasure will do quite a bit more damage. The Liches also reach level 3. They're going to be able to burst him out of the lane, I think. Or at least he'll have to play a bit more careful.
Now they're dropping on Clock. Are they gonna get the kill? Yes, they got the kill.
Yep, I got that extra magic burst from the fissure. Actually, bottom again. Actually manages to grab it, manages to die. 20 HP left on that. On actually both the heroes looking really low. Lina does smoke gank with a DD here as well. She's got her ult.
Dire's
And he'll
middle
grab
tower
the
is under
gyrocopter.
attack.
Oh man, Lena getting big. Leading with a net with the 2900.
Oh yeah. In terms of CS, actually, after a little respite mid with Alina bottom, Shadow Fiend managed to take over, but Clockwork managed to grab a kill on Slark top after he beat in. Oh, that Disruptor also helping out
Radiant's
there.
bottom tower is under attack.
See if they can maybe grab another kill on the Shadow Fiend here with Earthshaker rotating mid. Actually, Earthshaker will rotate
Dire's
bottom.
middle tower is under attack.
Lina does grab the Invis rune
Lena
though,
just
so
popped Invis.
when the Shadow Fiend comes back to the lane, they might be able to grab a kill here. Earthshaker actually does rotate back mid. Oh, and he walks down cliff too. That's the very dead.
I'll have my bet they got
Oh, but the weird fissure? It doesn't matter, they've got Lina ult.
missed 2 stuns and still managed to get the kill. And that is Lena for you.
Should just be like the name of Lina ult, it's just mistakes forgiven. Gyrocopter, now that the Darkseer's been in the jungle for a little bit, Gyrocopter's actually managed to farm up quite a bit. He's got his face boots and a ring of tequila. Second highest net worth as well. Darkseer just now grabbing his soul ring.
He's here.
So far, net worth is actually favoring the Dire by about 1k. Not a huge difference. Most of that is in kills, little bit of CS. Clockwork getting pretty low up top. Gonna be a pretty easy shackle and a kill for Slug there as well. A little bit better position, especially with that level 3 Ice Blast from Lich. We've got the Lina TPing down bottom. They're probably going to try and grab another kill on this gyrocopter. They have the Earthshaker going in there. They don't know that the Lina's there yet. They know the Earthshaker's there. I definitely see the Lina now.
And they're retreating. They need to play this safe on the dire side, dude.
No, not a whole lot happening
Yeah,
here.
we have 3 for 3 at bottom.
I'd probably give the advantage to the Dire here. That Lina mid, who's gotten a lot of farm so far out of those kills. She's grabbed a Staff of Wizardry. That's probably going to turn into Ags, but we'll see. No, Lina can smell something. As if it's done though. They're going to try and go on the Disruptor. Once again, another missed Fidger. Straight on the Gyro, who will drop pretty fast, but gets Gyro rolled off. Missed Kinetic Field is not going to be quite enough. Shackles onto the Shadow Shaman, but he's just out of position now, and they'll grab 2 for none.
That wasn't too bright.
And that is just Lena for you.
We do see the Shadow Fiend rotate, but not quite in time. And the Clockwork started to head bottom as well. Slark managing
30
to farm
seconds
up
ago,
1,300 gold.
This not too long ago, Shadow Fiend pulled at 57 and missed his stack.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, we didn't see too many stacks last game.
Going Alina.
Yep. But he doesn't have any mana. Oh, he just manages to pop the stick, so he'll have enough for a Battery Soul, but she moves way too fast with a Fiery Soul on. DD now also looks pretty dangerous. He'll go down here probably if she knows what he's doing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh! Roshan will not grab the kill. Disruptor also going down to the Lich there, but Darkseer falling on the back line. Shaman going straight on the Earthshaker. Lots of damage from the Shadow Fiend.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Earthshaker will bounce twice. And no man's to grab another kill. Gyro's here though with the ult. They do have Lina ult ready, but she's taking way too much damage. And that's a 3 for 3. Especially that Gyrocopter getting that kill on the Lina is going to be pretty important. Nope, actually managed to get the Lich as well, 4 for 3.
Wow, Gyro, he just got over 6k gold.
6k gold? No.
I mean, 1k. Sorry about that.
Not quite at that point yet. Yeah, 2k gold swing for the Radiant there, that's pretty big. Honestly, it's at that point where you need your Slurk to rotate, I think. And with the Slurk in there, they probably could have turned and gotten the Gyro or the Shadow Fiend because they did have the Lina ult ready. But that's going to be pretty expensive for the Dire there. Going to slow down the movement quite a bit. And they'll go straight to rotating bottom again. Yeah, even after that pretty severe loss, the Dire is still about 2k gold ahead.
Radiant's
And the
bottom
Slark has been
tower
farming
is
the
under
entire time.
attack.
Bottom lane, no managed to grab that Shadow Shaman. No Lina ult committed though. And I think they'll probably be able to take this tower here, especially if they see rotation from another hero.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Actually doesn't look like they want to pressure it at all. TP response top is going to be 4 top. That'll almost get it for him, he's 100 gold away.
Once the Slark gets the Shadow Blade and starts to rotate,
Oh yeah.
so easy.
Easy kills on the Disruptor and on the Shadow Shaman. With 4 top here, actually looks like they are going to push top now. That tower is at full HP. Yep, Shadow Blade being grabbed by the Slark now. And they are gonna push top.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And middle at the same time.
Radiant
Yeah,
structures
fortified grab
are
for the
fortified.
Radiant there.
Both Shadowfiend and Kara, Yasha.
Yep.
So we don't know what
Radiant's
item
top
they're gonna
tower is
build.
under attack.
Last game they went
Most
Sun and
likely.
Yasha.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the Radiant here, the Shaman's not quite level
Dire
6, so they don't have the
structures
snakes
are
to use. T1 top will be fine though.
I'm surprised Lena didn't go point booster.
Yeah, you almost only want to go quick first. Although he might go grab that right now once this lane is done.
Oh, and Slark, he's gonna get dominated here.
Actually, he'll just barely manage to survive. He still has his ult
Barely.
too. He's gonna be okay, just barely. Oh wow,
That Shadow,
Yeah.
Shadow Blade picked up.
so
They
close.
didn't see it.
Yeah, they did actually. They
But they're
dedicated a
gonna buy
lot there
sentries
too.
now.
They dedicated the Gyro ult and the Disruptor ult and the Clockwork Hook to try and grab that, and they didn't get it.
Radiant's bottom tower
He'll be able to
is under
just
attack.
regenerate it up in the trees. They don't have wall yet. They do finally have Echo Slam on the Earthshaker though. We'll maybe see something. Meanwhile, bottom tower. We'll push down by
Radiant's
Lina,
bottom tower has
who's
fallen.
about 100 gold away from that Ag.
Rev. We got the Dire team setting up for a gank. And now it looks like they're coming back.
Yeah, which has a smoke. Yep, looks like the entire Radiant team is top as well, though they're
Radiant's
anticipating
middle
this push.
tower is under attack.
They do have the Lich Ult ready to use and the Earthshaker Echo Slam as well. So if we can they get a good initiation with Slark Shadow Blade or something, we can see the kills here. But it looks like they want to rotate mid. Yep, Ag's just now being brought to the Lina here. This could be pretty deadly, especially since she has reached level 11 now.
They're wrapping around middle.
Yep, Lich will get picked off there as well. It's just a lack of vision, honestly.
I mean, now it's past the point of laning phase. It's all about fights right now.
Yeah, but then again, they have
level
all
6.
5 of their heroes here. So unless they
Radiant's
take
top
this
tower is
tower,
under attack.
they're spending a lot of time for a lot of heroes, especially for
Dire's
heroes that
middle
need farm
tower
in
is
order to
under
do
attack.
this. They're gonna get the tower easily though. No response,
Dire's
and they won't
middle
even
tower is
retaliate with
fallen.
the T1 top. Actually, they're gonna go straight for the T2s.
They're
They've
gonna
got the
go straight
snakes
for
on
T2.
Shadow Shaman,
Tower is under attack. Radiant's top
and they'll
Melting
drop
down
on the
those
T2.
creeps.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Port coming out for the Dire here, and heroes are finally starting to come in. Slark has left the lane, boys and
Oh,
girls.
they got free gold.
Oh yeah. Those snakes give away a lot of money.
Oh, Slark is coming in with initiation. Cutting out.
He's got the
Slowly
Darkseer. He's
weakening
got the
Shadow
Darkseer shell,
Shaman.
and he's just gonna kill the Shaman with the Ion shell. Oh my god. He's actually gonna be okay. He'll blink out. Clockwork Hook shot misses. Gyro goes down immediately to the Lina ult. It's already 2 for none. Slark going straight onto that Clockwork, and he'll go down pretty fast as well. Disruptor ult being grabbed, but no kinetic field to follow it up. And that's another dead Disruptor as well. Shadow Fiend on the edge here. I think he'll be okay. They do have a Fissure though. And that's a 4 for none. Oh, Shadow Fiend getting caught way out of position there. You're on the wrong side of the tower, buddy. And they'll make that a 5 for none.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they'll take a tower off of it as well.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Radiant, they really need that Sentry Wards after this team start getting away at top.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yep, and the Disruptor goes ahead and buys 2 actually. and along with some dust too. Yeah, that was a pretty big fight, like we talked about. After the 10-minute mark there, and we move into the mid-game, these first couple of team fights are going to really set the pace for the rest of the game. And that first one being taken so decisively for the Dire there, I think that it's going to be a pretty long defensive game for the Radiant again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Darkseer's also managed to pick up the mechanism now after that last fight. Pretty important. And also another sub 20 blink dagger for the Earthshaker 2, and they're going to take the T1 top here. As well, Slurk looks
up a dust.
Yeah, he's had the dust for a little bit.
Structures are
It looks like the Slurk is going to go for Silver Edge here. Extra damage. It's going to... I guess they don't really have a whole lot of passives to worry about.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
What? Curse of the Dark Lord? Presence of the Dark Lord? That's about it. There, we'll take the T1 top, and it looks like they're going to retaliate by the bottom here. Get a little bit of response. Few TPs, Darkseer's here, and they are smoked up as they TP in here. No Fortify to use, though.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Shadow Shaman being gone on really hard. Earthshaker stuck inside the snakes. Shadow Shaman will go down to the Luna ult there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Darkseer will fall too without hitting his wall. They gotta back off here. They still have the Terror ult.
We're trading 1 for 1.
Yeah, but when you're up, that's like trading 2 for 1.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, they do have wards now, and Papa getting caught a little bit under that vision. Or that
Actually,
he's actually
Papa's
dusted.
Q to remove that.
I think they're actually going to manage to grab this 2 here. The
Dire's
Shadow Shaman
bottom
push there
tower
for you, I
is under
guess.
attack.
Lots of damage on the Shadow Fiend as well.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Wasted forward. To try and grab the deny here.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So far, looks like the Radiant side are gonna pick up all these towers first, and then they're gonna have all these fights. And then they're gonna try to take out Roche.
Yeah, first rush on is probably going to be pretty important. Neither team is going to be... Well, actually, the Radiant is going to be pretty good at taking down Roshan with those shackles on the Shadow Shaman and the damage on the Shadow
Arrow
Fiend.
just picked up his SNY.
So did the Shadow Fiend as well.
Securing Rush.
It actually looks like the Clockwork is not going for Blade Mail, he's going for Mechanism. Strangely enough. See, that, I probably would have had the Shadow Fiend go for mech this game, especially since the Clockwork, or at least, he didn't farm very much. He had a good time in the lane in terms of experience, but he didn't actually farm much. Bottom lane looks like the Lich and the Earthshaker want to go onto this Gyro here, but he's got support. And he's also very, very fast.
Not sure they should be even at bottom. They should be at top.
Tower is under
Getting
attack.
those 2 towers.
Sparkle Silver Edge up. They don't have any detection down. Oh. No stuns in time, and he'll manage to TP away.
And they're rotating top.
Yeah. Shadow Shaman, or Shadow Fiend has a haste in the bottom here. Dire does have pretty good vision right here, so they know where they are.
We have the Radiant pushing top now. Their team is slowly commencing, grouping up. Now they're waiting for Clock group.
Yeah, they're gonna be 5-man here. Trying to grab this T1. Slark is not too keen yet, anyways. Pretty good disrupt a kinetic field, but it doesn't catch any of them, and now the ult is down. That's going to be a pretty big misplay there. One of their biggest teamfight ults. Teamfight ult is now down. It's going to be hard for them to push this.
If I were them, I would totally back, because they need that disrupt result. They need it.
Yep, they need the silence on Alina in order for the Shaman to get close, in order for all of their stuff to be able to go off. And they do, of course, back off. It looks like they might be going straight for Roche Pit now. If they had a smoke, they could easily get in there.
Radiant's bottom
Looks
tower
like
is
Lena's
under
actually managed to
attack.
grab a Blink Dagger now with a couple thousand gold to spare. And Lich is going straight for Ags after Arcane Boots. I actually don't like Lich
Radiant's
Arcane
bottom
Boots.
tower is under attack.
He already has plenty of mana coming in from the sacrifice.
Radiant's top tower is
And
under
actually,
attack.
they're not going to go for Roach. They're just going to go for the jungle and let the Dire push T2.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yep, Gyro's now going for his BKB after the Sanjin Yasha. Honestly, I think he should have gone up first. It's one of those early BKB games. Meanwhile,
Dire's
Clockwork
middle
getting
tower
caught
is
out.
under attack.
Really good offensive ward here for the Dire.
Feed the flames.
Finds that Clockwork and they finish him off. Now it's going to be even harder for them to hold this defense here.
The Radiant, they just respond so slow to defending. They lost so much HP in the tier 2. They're taking a huge bite because of it.
But now they don't have the Clockwork. They do have the Disruptor ult now,
And
though.
they could lose this tower.
Yeah, they're definitely going to lose this tower.
Earthshaker with Blink. Game changing.
And Clockwork has actually managed to find his Blink Dagger, but he misses the smoke. The Radiant's going to smoke out and try and catch a lagging offender here.
Do it with flair.
I don't know, they're already split up. They've got 3 here and 2 here. They're not going to find anything, I don't think. Lich and Earthshaker mid. They might run into this. But I don't think they see him, actually. Bottom. Disruptor misses that ult again. Mini being gone on, but actually gets out of there with a glimpse. Gone on pretty hard. This is the potential for a really big Lich ult here if they run up that cliff. Clockwork Hook going in. Lich ult goes on. It bounces between, but Lena will actually end up going down. Gyro ult falling. Wall back. Earthshaker ult a little bit on the sidelines there.
Earthshaker missed his ult.
So far, the Gyro might go down. Yeah, he will. It's a 2 for 3 so far. And Darkseer will take the snakes with the illusion. Free money for him. Well, in the meantime, Slark will find the Disruptor, make it a 3 for 3. 2 of those kills going away to Slark, though. And a really weird engagement.
There's Slark is just gonna punish their supports without placing any sentries, because that's what they need more.
Well, they're also pretty poor right now, I think. Yeah. Disruptor doesn't have any money at all, like he's got 30 gold. The Shadow Shaman could definitely start buying some wards, but I think he's saving up for Blink Dagger. This is the kind of game where having a support who needs the Blink Dagger is pretty painful because it's hard to get 2,000 gold when you just keep losing. Or at least going relatively even. Looks like they're actually going to smoke up here for the Dire. They do manage to catch everybody in that smoke. And they're going to go straight to Roche Pit, no doubt.
Taking the advantage. Lena starting off the Roche.
Yep, she's actually got another point booster. This could turn into an Octarine, it could turn into a Bloodstone. I don't know. At this point is when I like to go some physical damage on Alina, especially against the heroes who like to build BKB like the Gyrocopter. And they're not going in the Roche Pit, apparently. This is weird. Both teams know that the other team is in there, or both teams realize that everybody knows about Roche right now. The rating will actually move up a little bit there. Not going to move in there either, though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm just surprised Lena didn't be able to use dodge like
that's another thing.
Everyone's ult.
The Disruptor ult building out of that. But meantime, Slark will catch the Shadow Shaman here, so no snakes and no shackle.
Punishing them with no sentries.
There we go. Finally, Disruptor ult combo will grab the Slark. He'll get mech'd up, but he's going to go down in the end. Lich ult also bouncing in between them. Gyro getting really low. He'll survive. Ends up being in 2 for 3 there. But it's still 1,500 gold swing for the Radiant. The Slark did go down as the big one there. Who actually grabbed that kill on the Slark? Disruptor grabbed the Slark, so a little bit of money going for Disruptor. Might have time to buy wards now. But ultimately, you know, the Dire doesn't have any T2s yet. It's reaching close to 30 minutes. They're not gonna take Rax anytime soon, I don't think, unless they get Roche right now and then immediately push, take a 5-man team wipe, and then take a barracks. So this game is gonna end up going on a little bit longer, I think.
Now that the Radiant lost their advantage of pushing because the other side, they just got paid way too much farm. They got the blinks, the core blinks on all the cores. Captain Viz and Slark. So they can defend really good compared to, what, 10 minutes ago?
Yeah.
So
Gyro actually with that last fight he's managed to finish up his BKB here. It's going to be pretty big. But also the Shadow Fiend has a Helm of Dom now and a point booster. Like what would you build on Shadow Fiend that you'd want a point booster for?
most likely Scatty.
Yeah, okay. Mid lane, Slark going really hard on the gyrocopter. He'll manage to get a few bashes off. Oh, but the mech will keep him alive. Papa decides to switch targets onto the clockwork and he'll end up going down. But so with the gyro there with a very unnecessary Luna ult. Ends up being 2 for 1, but said when you're down, that's what you want. Another missed Disruptor ult, but mainly there, that was a good blink from Luna. Managed to get out just in time.
Radiant's top tower.
Looks like with those
is
2
And
kills
we
now.
hit the 30-minute mark.
But they do have 3 kills, and maybe a 4th one if they can manage to find this Shadow Fiend here. Unfortunately for that. Chick will survive with 80 HP, wall goes down. So will Shadow Fiend, that's 4 now. They're going to be able to take this T2 top pretty easily, and then they should Roche afterwards.
Shadow Fiend needs to build his Blacking Bar. He won't be able to
Yeah.
last any team fights.
I think that was Vacuum that actually stunned him there out of his ult.
Radiant's top
I don't know,
tower is
but everyone can mini stun or stun
Yeah.
or something.
Except for Slark, I think. Well, he's got Basher now, actually, so that's not true anymore. Wow, there's Shaker limping back to base with something like 80
Radiant's
HP.
middle tower is under attack.
Actually, looks like the Lina will actually finish up a Bloodstone here. Because she needs more mana, I suppose. Bit of tank. They actually nerfed Bloodstone really, really badly recently.
Yeah, the recent Bloodstone patch indirectly affected Storm and Lustrake so badly.
Yeah.
For the dead.
They need those charges really bad.
Yeah, after that last Disruptor death, looks like Slark is going to be going for BKB himself.
Smart move by Slark. He's gonna be the one up front. There is Silver Edge is down and Shadow and his ult. He's gonna need his Blacking Bar.
Yeah, that'll help against stuff like the damage from the Shadow Fiend ult, the damage from Call Down, all that kind of stuff. But the Radiant is smoked up here. They're gonna fight over this rune, I think. They're gonna manage to be okay. Lina actually blinking in is gonna be gone on pretty hard. Relatively tanky though. Disruptor ult also missing again. Lina's still over 1/4 HP. Lich ult will drop.
And
So will the Lina. Slark getting caught inside the cogs. It's already 3 for 1 here. Slark going hard onto the gyro, but he's gonna have to back out now.
Dire's
Just being
top tower
used.
is under attack.
And he has the Dark
he
Pact.
can use.
Ooh, he's gonna be okay in the end, though.
Definitely to.
Also on the back line there, we saw the Shadow Fiend actually drop to the Darkseer wall there. But overall, it's gonna be a pretty big win for the Radiant. No Lena ult got to be used there. Slark getting caught on the cogs. He didn't. Essentially, he didn't even get to fight there until the very end. That's also going to be a T2 for the Dire.
Dire structure.
Now, Slark is going to go straight on that Gyrocopter who has no mana. He's going to take quite a bit of damage. And he'll be able to leap out. No Shackle, though. No Lich. He will end up going down to the tower. And also, the Disruptor goes down there as well. Just a little bit out of position.
Yeah,
Really
very
wanted the
curious
tower.
why they stayed.
Alright. Roche, guys. Roche. There's no need to push there, right?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You can do some damage.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna take it.
Once you see is up, it's a lot better.
Shadow Fiend is up in 5, though.
Falcon's gonna TP with no souls.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, looks like they're gonna back and go to Roche Pit after they don't push. The Radiant also doesn't have any vision here, so they don't know that this is happening. They do have the Clockwork, who will probably spy it. He knows what he's doing. Oh, he sent the rock at the bottom lane. And hopefully they'll be able to finish it up
We have
faster this time.
Dire Roshing.
Yep. And they're going to be able to get it too. Like I said, the Radiant doesn't have any wards in here. Yep, they're not moving like they know it either. Clockwork.
And even
No
if they
sending
do know
rocket.
it, the response time from the Radiant side is very slow.
That's true.
Because Shadow Fiend also needs to catch up on the souls to reach his revive.
Yep, so he's going to have to hit the jungle.
Roshan has fallen to the
Go ahead and give the Aegis to Slark. It's the best choice in my opinion. They could give it to the Lina, who's been
Definitely.
dying early, but I think at this point in the game, you want your Slark to not die, and you also want, like, the Aegis allows him to be a lot more aggressive. He can
Dire
initiate a lot
structures are
harder
fortified.
without having to worry about dying. That kind of stuff. And he does actually now have his BKB. It's going to be pretty big in this next fight too. Lich also has Axe now as well. I don't think the Lich ults that we've been seeing have gotten more than 10 bounces, but you never know. Maybe if they get a really
Radiant's
good
bottom
back
tower is
Lich ult,
under
then
attack.
something good could happen from that. But yeah, now that I think about it, they actually haven't pulled off their Wombo combo yet at all.
Yes, that's a funny thing. 35 minutes in. Not a dual combo or threesome combo. Has yet
No
to be
wombo
seen.
combos on either team, really. Like, the Disruptor ults have usually been solo, the Gyrocopter ults have been solo. I don't think we've seen almost any Shadow Fiend ults. Certainly no wombo combos on
Shadow
either side.
Fiend needs a blink in order to follow up Disruptor's ult, but he doesn't have it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going for Scotty. Like you said, that's just questionable. Takes a lot of money, and the impact when you're down is not that good. The risky thing about this is that the Radiant middle is going to push off pretty hard. So if they long siege this for too much, they're going to lose their, or at least take a lot of damage to their T3 mid on the Dire here. It looks like Slark is up front with that Aegis. Hookshot goes straight onto the Earthshaker there. The Blade makes the Blade Mail down.
Takes off.
Actually, that Clockwork is going to manage to get a good Earthshaker, or a good Disruptor ult there, and that's going to grab both the Darkseer and the Earthshaker. Slark, meanwhile, out of position with the rest of his team back behind.
Huge play.
Yeah. And they'll go 3 for 1, even burning through the Aegis as well. It's a 3,000 gold swing for the Radiant there.
I
Those are
was
the
not sure why. Wow. This.
Double damage.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too aggressive there on the Slark, and then really, honestly, just bad positioning for the Dire there. If they'd not been so grouped up, the Earthshaker would have been outside.
Bad positioning.
Yeah, they would have been in, like, getting 2 people inside the cogs is what really did it. They didn't have the Earthshaker, they didn't have the Darkseer, so no wall, no Echo Slam. They also didn't use the Lich ult there either. I guess that this wasn't a good opportunity. So yeah, ultimately that
All
Clockwork
they really
initiation.
needed was just one. one of the combos. Or Shakers or Darkseers.
Yeah.
But Claw got both of them out of position. And they paid for it.
It's questionable now that they're going to be able to take high ground. They might have to start going on the defensive now. I mean, if you were to give them a best chance, like their best shot at taking the barracks was right then. They had the Roshan, they still had a little bit of advantage. And Gyrocopter will go down to Lena and Earthshaker bottom. A little bit out of position there. Yeah, their best chance to take a barracks was just then, and it did not work. Yep. Despite losing those team fights though, the Dire's still a solid 10k gold ahead. And they will smoke gank bottom. See if they can maybe grab a Shadow Fiend here. Slark in the jungle just got spotted by a sentry ward though. Lena ult grabs one. Disruptor gold goes down and will grab three, but the supports will go down immediately. No BKB used. Gyro's still dead from here, remember. Clockwork actually managing to drop there too. Ultimately, pretty big win for the Dire there. They'll definitely be able to get a 2-2 off of this.
Here's a breakthrough.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be full HP.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, Shadow Fiend still did not get those souls back.
Really? Yeah, he's only at 16. Wow.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
They're going to be able to push high ground
16
here.
for a long time.
Middle tower is under attack.
Even when the Disruptor's up, he still has another 30 seconds to go for that ult. They do have the snakes and the shaman spawn, so that's about it. Gyro ult being dropped, it'll push him away a bit.
The Dire side do still have everything. Dire side still has all their ults up.
Actually, they're going to TP the
they're
Earthshaker away.
deciding to play safe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Illusion! What surge is this?
Perfect Slark will also be going for a Scotty here. That's pretty good. Although, honestly, I think I'd rather see an Abyssal Blade at this point. They can lock down that Gyrocopter for sure. Yeah, Shaman has managed to grab his blink in the past couple fights. That'll be pretty good for him. Looks like the Disruptor's going for a Force Staff. Also a pretty good item. Clockwork did finally grab his Blade Mail. I was worried that he was going to go for Guardian Greaves. Lena's grabbed a Hyperstone now. I think that'll probably turn into an AC. So we'll see. Darkseer also going for Pipe. He's got a hood so far. Gyrocopter looks like he's going for an MKB with the Demon Edge. Like turn into a crit. He's actually farming. Yeah, it's definitely an MKB right now. He's very close actually, just a couple gold away from that MKB.
With the massive right clicks. Get an Alpha Wolf.
Yeah, that'll be good for the Shadow Fiend as well.
All Shadow Shaman has to do is drop his ward, blink, decide he hits, and just disable it. That's all he has to do. First Shaker, then
Pipe finally being grabbed
Shackles,
by the
Darkseer.
pipe up for the Darkseer now as they decide to push it here. There's no ult on the Gyrocopter for another 30 seconds. And they'll be able to slow siege it with this catapult. I know, Roche is going to be up fairly soon, maybe another minute or so, 30 seconds maybe. Well, but they'll spot a DD.
That emotes cut you twice.
I don't know, playing it safe like that, it's a good move. because it is, you know, you're playing it safe, you're not going to lose anything. But the longer the game goes on, the more likely it is that the Radiant wins. So even not attacking is a risky play. That's the choice you make when you go for an early game lineup. Looks like the Shadow Fiend has finally managed to finish up his Scotty. And the Radiant will smoke up. They're going to probably run through the jungle here. They're not going to find anybody if they look. Roche is not up. He's got another minute left to go. So they'll return to farming. And this is actually going to be a pretty big waste of time here unless they manage to find somebody here. Because they have their entire team, except for Clockwork, busy with this smoke ink here, and they're not farming.
Radiance is gonna get someone for sure. Radiant.
I don't know, they're stalling.
Radiant's middle tower
The
is
smoke
under
is baiting
attack.
right now. Yeah. The Spectral will go down, and he'll manage to grab nobody really. Darkseer goes on for the Shadow Shaman. Pepper also dropping. Gyro taking the Lina ult to the face, but he'll manage to be okay. Oh, but it'll force a Gyro BKB. That was the 8-second BKB as well, so now they're going to be less prevalent. Earthshaker Roll grabbing 4! Huge play there! Really good damage. They'll grab 4 heroes. Shadow Shaman on the run. Really good Earthshaker Roll there. Along with the, I guess they didn't have the Darkseer, did they? Lina Stun, I guess, was also in there. You know, just a really good Earthshaker ult in there, along with the Slark on the back lines, but looks like Shaman is going to be okay.
Even though they took down Darkseer, they still have Ursha gets back over there.
Yep.
Radiant structures.
Buybacks on Gyro and on Shadow Fiend right now, but no souls. And the board is used. Where you just go back. Take your win and take Roshan. Yeah, check the net worth graphs. The Dire's up by a solid 15, almost 20k, and the two cores with the Lina and the Slark are both almost 4,000 above the Gyro. So still quite a huge net worth discrepancy despite some inexplicable losses. Also, in addition to that, the Lina has managed to grab an AC. I think it's a pretty good move. It gives her some attack damage. It certainly gives her armor, which she badly needs. It also reduces the armor of towers, so it helps with the push too. Not to mention you also get all of those good things on your friendlies.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Radiant is smoked up a little bit, but I don't think anything is going to come of it again.
Everyone's back to farming. Garo needs his MKB. Farm that real quick.
He actually had the money for it before he bought back. But, I mean, I think he wisely saved for the buyback though. Looks like Dire's positioning something to go for the Roshan now. They can drop the magic stick on the Slark for it, but the Lina does have an empty space right now. Radiant is positioning themselves to prepare to defend this Roshan, but I don't think they're going to get there in time. As well, the Dire has pretty good vision around here, so they're going to be able to see them coming as well.
Like I said, the Radiant team, their response time is so
slow.
slow.
Actually, Clockwork Cook just missed too.
Incoming!
Yeah, Clockwork Cook missed on the back lines there. Looks like Shadow Shaman built a Yules. And a Blink on Darkseer now as well. They did end up giving the Aegis to Felina, which I think it's pretty good. Certainly doing really well at the core. And I mean, I guess you don't want to drop the magic stick as the Slark. Looks like the gyro's gonna be caught off here a little bit. Although both the leap and the stun are gonna be caught, or gonna miss. Gyrocopter cut on top of the split here.
Just that you're free.
It's also gonna go down. That's 2 for none. Oh man. Or after you
Gyro,
realize,
no buyback.
yeah, no buy. Yeah, that's a dieback for Gyro. Or at least, yeah, he has no buyback now.
Dyer's top
And that's definitely
tower
going to
is
be
under
barracks.
attack.
I'm surprised.
And,
The Radiant
and
really
the
could have
guy
won
played
this.
it safe.
Yeah, the Radiant being a little bit too greedy with their jungling there, like right after the Roche ends, and then they're immediately in their own jungle. Probably not a good move. Snake will go down defensively, but the tower is still taking quite a bit of
Dyer's
damage.
bottom tower is under attack.
And the Snake's end up
Radiant's
as
middle tower is under attack.
T3 will fall. Domo Gyro for 40 seconds.
Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
And there's a mid barracks. I'm surprised they actually did manage, you know, they held out, they were patient, and it paid off, I
I would
guess.
say and just take out top and bottom.
Radiant's top tower
Yep.
is under attack.
Gyro's up in 20, and they did... Wait, Shadow Fiend died?
Radiant's top tower is falling.
I do not know where he died at.
He died underneath their T3. And
That's
Shadow Shaman will go down as well. And that's probably GG. That's definitely GG. Gyro's up in 3, but there's not a whole lot you can do now.
Radiant's top barracks have fallen.
Too much mistakes on the Radiant team.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let me out
Clark
of
will buy
here.
back with 5.3k
Radiant
gold to
structures
spare.
are fortified.
And it looks like they actually do win a hold. They've got another glyph ready. And I managed to glimpse the Lina back. Who does have the Aegis here. That's going to be another dead Gyro! Oh, wow. 60 HP. Disrupt roll dropping
Gyro.
down. Look at that physical on the Lina as well, being pretty nasty. At this point, it just looks like he's playing.
Radiant's middle tower is
But
under
he is
attack.
going to go down. He manages to
Down?
suicide.
Yes, suicide.
Yep. They do manage to push them off the last T3 there, but they've already lost 2 sets of barracks. There's not a whole lot you can do after that.
Gyro and Shadow Team can still defend, but too
Oh
much
man,
mistakes.
Gyro,
cost us
why
this
would you
game.
leave the base? Look at that. What I had to do to stay here. Now they don't have a gyro for another 80 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Minute left
attack.
for a
So you have to
buyback
sell
as
his
well.
boots and get boots of travels.
Yep. After so many bloodstone charges, Lina's already back up. Who did, yeah, grab those boots of travel. She's gonna head right back down the bottom. Defensive snakes drop, but they're just gonna be food. They're too far up. They're on the stairs instead of behind the tower. Meanwhile, mid and top are both being pushed up pretty hard. There we go. Lina straight up onto the tower. Finishing up the rest of the snakes. And the T3 will fall.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
Echo Slam catching 2 is going to do a lot of damage in there. Shadow Fiend will fall again, and GG is called.
That is GG's. What a game.
Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen. Dire victory.
Alright, that's the second game
Mid
between...
fights.
Yep, mid-game fights decided it all. Some went both ways though, it was not a one-sided game. Yeah, that's the second and last game for We Make Bad Decisions versus Salt Miner, with 2-0 victory going the way of We Make Bad Decisions. Thanks for watching, and thanks to Yen for co-casting.
See you guys later.